When we look back at history's great conflicts, we often focus on powerful leaders or secret weapons. But survival was shaped by ordinary people, neighbours, families and communities. From London to the Eastern Front, it was adaptability and cooperation that truly mattered. Many accepted ideas about the war are myths. By looking closer, we find survival was built on human ingenuity and cooperation. Modern life creates the illusion that resources are always available until supply lines break. In World War II, systems failed. Food and goods existed but couldn't reach those in need. Bombing and blockades crippled Germany and Japan, leaving cities starving and industries idle. When networks failed, survival became local. Gardens, black markets and foraging. In the end, survival was local, not global. In crisis, we look to central authorities for control, but the Second World War exposed the limits of top-down planning. In Britain, government plans for air raids and rationing quickly proved inadequate during the Blitz. Local communities filled the gaps. Volunteer groups and councils adapted in real time, responding faster than distant ministries. This local resilience became Britain's backbone. In contrast, the Soviet Union's rigid centralization under Stalin led to disaster. Censored information and fear of reporting bad news caused devastating early defeats. The contrast is clear. Centralized systems struggle to adapt to chaos. True resilience comes from empowering local groups and allowing honest information to flow. Without accurate knowledge on the ground, even the best central plan fails. Survival depended on flexibility, not rigid control. Trusting local initiative was key. The lesson: empower those closest to the crisis. Military strategists believed bombing cities would break civilian morale. But in London, Hamburg and Tokyo, this theory failed. The Blitz didn't lead to collapse in Britain. Instead, it forged unity and defiance, the Blitz spirit. Strangers helped each other, and people became active participants in their own defence. In Germany and Japan, relentless bombing damaged morale, but didn't spark rebellion. Propaganda often turned suffering into resolve. What truly destroyed morale was not bombs, but injustice and abandonment. When people felt burdens weren't shared or leaders lied, their spirit cracked. Morale is a social fabric, woven from trust, fairness, and shared purpose. It can't be shattered from the outside, but can unravel from within. The real threat was internal division, not external attack. The lesson: unity and fairness are the true defences. The spirit of a nation endures through trust and shared sacrifice. The Second World War is remembered for its machines, Spitfires, Tiger tanks, atomic bombs. But technology alone was never enough. Germany's advanced tanks were powerful but unreliable. The Allies' simpler Shermans were easy to repair and available in numbers. A simple, workable solution often beat a complex, perfect one that couldn't be maintained. Radar was revolutionary, but its success depended on the people who used it: observers, operators, pilots. Technology needed human adaptability to be effective. Survival and victory depended on people making do, repairing and improvising. The most advanced weapon was useless without fuel, ammunition and skilled crews. Our reliance on technology can be a vulnerability. True strength lies in our ability to adapt and persevere when tools fail. The human factor is always decisive. Ingenuity and resilience outlast machines. Under extreme pressure, a society's internal fractures can be as dangerous as any enemy. The war tested social cohesion. Nations that maintained unity were more resilient. Fairness was critical. When burdens were shared, people endured hardship for the common good. Britain's rationing system treated everyone equally, reinforcing a sense of shared experience. In the US, campaigns for conservation and war bonds appealed to collective duty. Where inequality and corruption thrived, resentment and division weakened societies. Fairness is not a luxury, it's a survival tool. Justice and shared sacrifice hold societies together under pressure. Unity is built on fairness. The deepest lessons of the Second World War aren't about strategy or technology. They're about how people adapt when systems collapse. The first lesson: adaptation beats rigid planning. Communities that empowered local action and initiative survived best. Flexibility is the essence of resilience. The second lesson: fairness creates social cohesion. Shared sacrifice forged unity, injustice bred fragility. Survival was a collective act, neighbours helping neighbours, communities organising defence. The strength of social bonds kept society from unravelling. Adapt, be fair, and work together. These are the keys to survival. The Second World War's lessons are timeless, offering a guide for building resilient communities today. Our complex systems are fragile. The war showed how quickly supply networks can break. We must invest in local resilience, producing what we need, building robust decentralized systems. Fairness remains essential. In crisis, shared fate enables collective action. Leaders must ensure burdens are distributed equitably. Neglecting fairness weakens the bonds we need most. Technology will advance, but our greatest asset is each other. The spirit of cooperation, neighbours helping neighbours, is the foundation of survival. We should cultivate strong, supportive communities. In crisis, it's our relationships, not our gadgets, that save us. The future depends on what we carry forward from these lessons. The story of survival in the Second World War is not about simple heroism or technology. It's about the enduring power of the human spirit when order collapses. True resilience is found in the adaptability of communities, the fairness of societies, and the decency of people helping one another. These are not just historical lessons. They're a living blueprint for our own uncertain times. Real security comes from strong, adaptable communities and social trust. Let's build connections, practice fairness, and cultivate adaptability. By learning from the past, we prepare for the future. The story of survival is, in the end, our story.